Know that 10 of the U.S. current Army bases are named after generals, but those generals are Confederate generals.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm not sure how familiar you are with the history of the United States and the Civil War of the United States, where one part of the United States broke away and tried to attack the original United States. Those were the Confederates. The Army actually said this week that they wanted to look at renaming these bases, but you can imagine what Trump and his administration said.
An insult to say to the men and women who left there the last thing they saw on American soil before going overseas, and in some cases losing their lives, to tell them that what they left was inherently a racist institution because of a name. That's unacceptable to the president.
Last thing they see is the name of a place like Fort Bragg, right? Those soldiers, many of whom are predominantly African American, and the last thing they see before they leave the country that they are dying to defend is the name of a fort named after a Confederate general that tried to keep them in slavery. How dare they try and change that name? Now, General Bragg, we got a picture of him so we can see him somewhere. There we go. There's General Bragg. In the first section of his Wikipedia page, it says, and I quote, Bragg is generally considered among the worst generals of the Civil War. The losses which Bragg suffered are cited as the principal factors in the ultimate defeat of the Confederacy.
It's great. Bragg by name, very much not Bragg by nature.
You can see why Trump likes him, though, because if Bragg was in business, he would have had 7 bankruptcies as well.
Yeah.
Now, Trump doesn't want to change the name because he's tied himself to racists and to fascists and all these kinds of things. So you can see why he's like, no, the Confederacy is the only way he could possibly win re-election again is to get all the white nationalists out to vote for him. But there is one way that we could get him to change the name. Trump loves branding. So all we have to do is change the name from Fort Bragg, Fort Bonespur.